Let's go back to school on a trip down history lane. The Odyssey. Was it an epic failure or an instant classic? Let's do a movie review. All right, first thing first, I went to the Cinemax theater to see this, and I had horrible seats where I was front row and the screen was directly in front of me, and I had to look up like this, or I had to consistently put my head down to rest it, miss certain parts, had to go like this with my eyes as I was watching it. So, it's clearly took away from the experience, may have affected my overall opinion of the film, and unfortunately, I do have to see it again before I can make a proper review. But I thought I would go ahead and post this before the film gets too old. A 1 year road trip, a beautiful sea god, and a one eyed monster. Sounds like a modern day fantasy thriller, but it's actually the oldest epic story in literature. Homer's The Odyssey is famous for its mystical monsters like Cyclops, but the real magic is the main character. He isn't a perfect hero. He survives purely on high stakes lying, extreme cleverness, and unmasked grits, where the second half slows down when he finally returns home. The final payoff against the soldiers is incredibly satisfying. Now, I will humbly admit this is not a story that I'm incredibly knowledgeable on. I'm not going to pretend to act like I knew exactly what was going to happen. I have seen it before. I have read the book in school, but it's not something that I fully remember. But I know the basics. That being said, I'm going to do my best to compare it to previous films. I do feel that it appropriately did have all the parts of the film that it was supposed to have. Now, this may just be a me thing, but it was a little slow at the beginning, and I felt a little confusing and challenging to follow. I felt that it took a minute before I was able to really comprehend what was going on. There's also several long length fight scenes, which I'm personally just not a fan of. However, I will say, in comparison to previous films, this one had a lot more drama and talk. It showcased him at his house interacting with his wife a lot more than any other Odyssey film before it. If I'm being unbiased, the film is a masterpiece. It's simply Hollywood gold standards for what a fantasy epic is supposed to be. All right, I may or may not do a second review on this where I dig a little deeper. Still would be spoiler free, but maybe I'll talk a little bit more in depth about certain scenes. Like I said, I kind of want to watch it again to get a little better idea about it. But if not, I just thought I would come on here and make a quick video saying that it does get 2 thumbs up, 4.5 stars, and I do 5 stars, by the way. If people are wondering, why I rated some films 3, 4, or 5, and talked in favor of them, because 5 is my max.